Okay, so welcome in. As you're about to see, I am not the greatest infantry player in the world. Of course, I've only got a couple hours and logged in this game, period. And I'm about to cost my team some materials, some BMAX. I'm gonna die and I'm gonna cost my team. Oh, see, there I go. I'm gonna cost my team a shirt and a rifle and some ammo, because that's all I take with me when I go. I just take the very basic of supplies. Sometimes I'll take a bandage with me too. But I take just the very basics of supplies so I'm not costing my team too much. But I want to be a net positive for my faction. So usually I only have about an hour to play. So what I will do is I'll play about a half hour of infantry because it's fun. I do have fun doing it. It can get quite crazy. And then I'll play an hour of logistics. Which I'm about ready to die. There I go. Okay, to be a net positive, when I'm playing logistics, the first thing that I do is I procure myself a truck. Usually you can do this at a shipyard or a storage depot, or sometimes you might have to make one. You go to the refinery, grab their BMATs, and you go to a garage and you build one. I actually did that with this one, but just procure yourself a truck in some way. The second step is to look on your map and you find a screw. Looks like a screw. That's your salvage yard, which is where I am at right now. And you start hammering away at it. And once you fill your inventory up, you dump the salvage into your truck. And if you use, I'm using a regular hammer. If you use a sledgehammer, you're actually going to harvest this material faster. Then up there next to the fuel truck there, those are harvesters, and they will automatically harvest all of the salvage for you. So all you got to do is just keep them fuel and collected. But since this salvage yard is claimed by another regiment, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to take from their supplies. I'm just going to harvest these. Just basically as a sign of respect towards them, because it is their yard. They did claim it. So I just don't want to cause any hassle amongst anybody. So I just do that out of respect. Okay, then after you fill your truck up with salvage, you got to take it to the refinery, which is where we will be in just a moment. And through the magic of editing, here we are. So press E to enter your salvage yard, and you can dump your salvage into making BMATs, which is your basic materials. And what I'm doing here is I'm just taking some that are in the stockpile and dumping them back into the public. And that where I'm circling is your BMATs. You can take from those as are available to the public. You could take from those to build what you need. So I have made another trip out to the salvage yard and back. I have collected my BMATs that have been refined, and I come over here to the factory and just collecting some of the stuff that I already had being manufactured. Now I always build the Longcaster rifle, which is the basic rifle that I always use, and some ammo for it. Start that to build, and it takes a few minutes. I think it's 2 or 3 minutes. And then I always build shirts and band-aids. Shirts are your soldier supplies, which is what you use when it's like the number of spawns that you get when you spawn in. So now back to the refinery, and I'm just going to dump the rest of my BMATs into the public stockpile. And I'm going to leave the ones that are in there, I'm going to leave those ready to go. I'm just going to leave them sit there, because I'm going to end up using them after this. Now see, I'm just going to sit here and wait for a few minutes while my materials build. And while we're waiting, I'll tell you that I had died actually 5 times today. Yeah, it wasn't a good day for me. But, so, like I said, I like to try to do this, try to be a net positive, so I wasted, well, I don't know if I wasted, but I used 5 rifles, and I used 5 clips of ammo. I used 5 spawns. I didn't take any bandage with me this time. So each crate these are crates of rifles and crates of ammo. So each crate of rifles is 20 rifles, and I think it's 40 things of ammo, I believe. I could be wrong. So I'm building more than I consumed, and that's the whole point. That's my whole objective, is to build more material than I consume. That way I can be a net positive for my faction. So as we're waiting for this to finish, I'm just gonna go silent here for just a moment. And just a little bit of a jump cut there. I'm collecting my rifles and my ammo. Just waiting a few more moments for my medical supplies to finish up. My shirts and my band-aids. So the next step in the process is to take them over to the storage yard, which is right there. Looks just like that. Or you can take it over to a seaport, but that one's too far away. The storage yard is literally just a block from here, so I'm going to go do that. So now when you take it over to the storage yard, you'll drop them off, and then a midline player will take them up to the midline, and then from the midline to the front, where they'll be consumed. So I do want to thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy these videos, please let me know. Please leave me a comment. Let me know what I could do better. Let me know what I got wrong. Thank you so much, and I hope y'all have a fantastic day.